So I am calling off my engagement when my man gets home from work today, all because he pretty much picked his girl best friend over me. And the wedding is in less than 4 months. I legit gave him an ultimatum and said that he either needs to cut her out of his life or I'm not marrying him. And while that may sound harsh, this is what really happened. And first of all, I will start by saying I have never been jealous of her. I have never been threatened by her. And I have never once felt like their relationship was going to jeopardize mine and his relationship until recently. This girl moved back to town here recently and she lived out of state for a few years. And she would come in every so often and we would hang out with her and I would treat her, you know, as a friend. And like everything was fine then. But then here recently, she just moved back into town last month, I think. Because she went through this really bad breakup and she's going through a really tough time. And for some reason, she has latched on to my man. So I had sympathy for the girl. I was like, damn, that sucks. I've been through breakups. I know how you feel. So I felt for her. But then it started getting really out of hand. She was texting him at all hours of the night, all throughout the day. And honestly, that's just not something I'm cool with. It got to the point where she was literally FaceTiming him and calling him nonstop back to back if he didn't answer while we were having intimate time in the bedroom. So at that point, it was getting a little weird. I told him, I said, you either need to set up some boundaries or I'm going to do it for you. Like at this point, I felt like it was starting to really hinder our relationship and we were actually starting to grow apart. So I begged him, I said, well, I didn't really beg him, but I asked him, I said, listen, you need to like take some time from her, like to be there for her through this breakup and maybe be here for me. Like, let's go on a date night, you know, like just some time for us. Because every time we try to have a date with each other, she randomly pops up out of nowhere or we somehow run into her at whatever restaurant or bar that we're at. So he agrees and we plan this date night. We go to our favorite restaurant in our city and we have a few drinks, we're getting some food and we get in the car. We take our spicy cubes when we got in the car. They take about 30 minutes to kick in, so it takes about 30 minutes for us to get home because we wanted to head on up to the bedroom as soon as we got home. And I shit you not, we pull into our driveway and this girl is standing there in our driveway beside her car. Honestly, how does this girl keep popping up out of nowhere? Like she has no boundaries whatsoever. So thank God he gets out of the car to take care of the situation because if I were to take care of it, it would have been bad. But he gets out, he tells her, hey, you gotta go. Like we're on a date night, we're ready, we just took some spicy cubes, we're about to go up to the bedroom. And this is where shit hit the fan and I had to hold myself back so hard because she really said, I think that's so pathetic that you guys feel like you have to take those. Like you guys are in like your late 20s. Like that's so weird. Just really coming at me and him with no business of hers to even do that. So he was like, okay, you gotta leave. Like this is ridiculous. So we go back in the house, okay? And at this point, my vibe is like pretty much killed. Like I'm literally sitting there thinking I cannot be in a relationship with this man with this girl in the picture. Like she's driving me insane. And while I'm like, okay, I mean, I still love him and I still want to go upstairs and get my guts rearranged. But we get up there and he shows me a text that she just sent him and it said, she will never be good enough for you. And then proceeds to tell him that she loves him. She's always wanted to be with him. And I've always been the problem. So I tell him, I said, okay, I've reached my breaking point. You're going to tell her right now that her days of texting you, seeing you, whatnot, hanging out with you, those days are over. Or me and you are done. Block her now. I watched him literally go to her contact and block her. So a couple days go by and he's in the shower and I'm in the same bathroom. I'm brushing my teeth and he gets a phone call. I shit you not. It's her. And I am at a loss for words. Like, honestly, am I wrong for this? Or like, is she the problem?